Today we are going to take a good look at the golden Pickaxe expert advisor you can also get in the MQL5 marketplace. As you can see here, we are on the very first page of the MQL5 market, and on this particular page there are the most rated expert advisors. In a past video we already talked about the Unibot, currently still ranking on the very first place on the MQL5 market. Check it out here in the upper right info box. We also already made a video about the Bonita EA. Once again, you know the drill. Check out the info box once again if you're interested in a quick analysis of the Bonita EA MT5. And today we are going to talk about the golden Pickaxe. So actually check it out what it is saying. So first page, as you can see, then you get actually some live track records. What is a big green light? It's a very strong statement of the creator when the creator dares to share live track records, since this is all what matters in the end, the live performance in the financial markets. And here you see a stellar performance of almost 600%. It is live for 16 weeks. Algo trading 100%, that's nice. Maximum drawdown fairly high, 78%, and there we already get to the very first red flag. It is an insanely high drawdown. So let's go actually to the most important graph for this, which is showing the drawdown. And here you see the drawdown development over time. So let's see, here we had a drawdown of 77.8%. So that simply means when you started trading with an account of 100 bucks, 100 euros, USD, whatever, at one point you only had 23 euros left in your bank account, and money in your bank account, or equity in that case, because you already left around 77, you are currently in the minus of 77 euros USD, and the amount, the equity in your account is more or less the oxygen. As soon as you don't have enough money on your account anymore, your broker will close your trading account and will say you don't have enough cash anymore in your account, it's not secure anymore, so we'll close down all your open positions, and that's it. So there was already the first live track record. Now let's check another one. So this one is a seemingly less risky track record. Alright, once again a stellar performance, almost no dip in the performance, 366% live already for 15 weeks, what is not too long, but already at least some track record, what is nice. A maximum drawdown, once again 50%. It is fairly high. Of course the drawdown to return ratio is good, but still the absolute amount of the maximum drawdown is still too high. As I already talked before, it is the oxygen. When you don't have money on your account, at one point you are not able to execute anymore, take upon opportunities which occur in the financial markets, and at one specific point you will get a so-called margin call and your broker will close down your account. So let's see the drawdown chart. Once again, as you see, you had one peak drawdown already here of 45% and of around 50%. So okay, that is a matter of taste. Let's check the other ones. So maybe the balanced ones again, since it is supposed to be the less risky live track record. As you can see, the performance still stellar. It is only for 12 weeks. You have a risk of a return of 145% in only 12 weeks, what is insanely good, of course. And you go take a look on this graph. Once again, maximum drawdown of 71%, same story. Let's check out the equity curve, and keep in mind this signal or this live track record is supposed to be the less risky one, the balanced portfolio, so to say. And as you can see, you had here a big peak of 46% drawdown, before around 22, and the biggest one was 72% roughly. So that is again fairly high, and almost to the point where a trading account is being closed by the broker, what is more or less maybe the reason that all of those track records are in this range of 12 to 16 weeks. I do not know, because I didn't monitor the signal for the last couple months, but I can imagine, as seen already before, at the Bonita EA. Once again, check out the video where the creators are simply switching the live track records as soon as the account blows up, what simply means there's no money anymore, everything is lost. A new account will be open, or maybe several kind of live track records are running in the background, just for having more opportunities for the creator to simply then turn on live this track record and simply show, yes, again, look at me, or look at this track record. There is actually proof that this signal is profitable. The longer the track record, again, the more secure it is to believe into the expert advisor or the signal, whatever it is in the end. Then when you scroll down just a little bit, the very first sentence, more or less, is already playing kind of the typical so-called bullshit bingo in algorithmic trading. You're dropping many keywords, trigger words, to simply make the people a watering mouth, so to say, to simply get the people buy the expert advisor, the trading system. So the Golden Pickaxe is a mean reversion grid trading system using machine learning technology, high profits, gold markets, using real market inefficiencies, edge predefined set files, so you don't have to do anything actually in the end of the day. It continues with dropping trigger words as neural network, as I already talked before in the video about the Unibot. Then when you continue reading, you see, okay, you can customize the expert advisor. I don't know if this is actually an upside. There are many options to actually customize the expert advisor, and I'm sure they were somewhat explained somewhere here down below in the text. What is maybe a little bit inconvenient when there's no video or spoken word in explaining how you use those settings in the practice. But like on the first side, you can more or less adjust, let's see, 20, 50, let's say 50 different kind of settings. It might be more, might be less, but as you can see, it's a super long list of different kind of settings, and I don't really have the motivation to actually go in the nitty-gritties of those settings, since, once again, as I already told before in the video about the Unibot, you don't have to make things complicated. Normally, if you sell things like these, you want to make the people understand. You want to enable those people to actually handle those kind of systems. In this situation, it is more or less designed to be overwhelming, to look sophisticated, or at least to sound sophisticated, as before in the product description. So when you're already sold into the idea that it is a machine learning neural network grid system, you already bought in the idea, and you think maybe, yeah, it is necessary, right, to have so many options, so many variables where you can interfere with the system. What doesn't really make sense when the system more or less knows itself what it is supposed to do, right? Since it's a neural network and it's machine learning and whatsoever. So that is maybe a little bit contradicting as well. So take this maybe already as another red flag for this system. And now let's actually run a quick back test in the beginning of 2020 until the end of the year. And let's see what it is doing. So the settings, just very quickly, it is running on tick data, 99% of model quality. Commissions are in it, they are considered, and we do have a healthy spread of 9 points. And let's see what it is doing. So I will quickly stop the backtest right here, since you will probably get the idea of this expert advisor. It will not really change. It will simply go up in a straight line, what is just another red flag in general backtesting algorithmic trading systems, when there are some symmetries, or when the equity curve or balance curve is just way too straight up. Normally systems have to lose at one specific point. Even the best trader, the best investment funds on the world, they take losses home from time to time. But this system is, as you can see on the blue curve, which is the balance curve, this trading system is not taking a single loss home. What is a little bit off, but that's that. And what you see here on the green curve, this is actually the drawdown, or more or less the equity curve. So what you have currently in your bank account or in your trading account. So let's stop it right here, and we actually see that there is a bigger drawdown around the beginning of May. So let's just take a even closer look. And here we are in one of those trades which caused the drawdown, which we have just seen on in the equity graph just before. It is a sell position, a rather small one, but we already see another red flag, which is regarding this trading system, which is a ridiculous big stop loss. You enter the position at the price level of around 1700. What is right here? You are going to take profit more or less a few points below the entry price, and the stop loss is somewhere in the sky. In that case, it is a short position, so the stop loss is somewhere up here. We are right now on the daily chart, so let's see where the stop loss actually is. It is right here, and the take profit, we cannot even see it from this perspective. It is somewhere there. So let's go on the 1 hour, and you can actually see on the 1 hour, as soon as price is reaching this take profit, we take our profits, we are out of the market. However, the downside of this single trade, and these trades are taken every time by the system, the downside is almost unlimited, or just almost unlimited, since there is a stop loss, which is also somewhat theoretically reachable, of course, but there we are talking probably about days, rather weeks and months, until this stop loss is being reached. So this is just another red flag in that case. And what we're going to do just right here, since as you can see the system is rather slow, so it is kind of a black box, since the trading system is not really explained. What is once again another black box, since so many kind of trigger words, keywords were dropped by the creator. I don't really understand what the rationale is and where the system is coming from, where it's going, and what is the underlying rationale. So my statement, or at least my hypothesis, is that it is quite fairly easy to rebuild this kind of a system with a very super big stop loss. Let's say the entries and the exits, at least the entries are super random, the exits are also of course a little bit random. The only characteristic of those entries is that the take profit level is super close to the entry level itself. So this is, I would say, the only criteria pursuing. Then the last ingredients of this trading system is adding a bunch of different kind of confusing options and variables, so the end user, you in that case, feels somewhat superior, or maybe also overwhelmed by simply like being able or not to use this kind of expert advisor. So I simply rebuild the system by having a infinite big stop loss, a super tight take profit, and then I will show you how the creator likely created those kind of backtest reports. So right here, this is now my version of the golden Pickaxe expert advisor with the prior explained characteristics, and the only settings, of course, it is right now maybe a little bit too simplistic, but we will take profit at 50 pips as soon as we enter the market. We enter the market twice per day. Once we go long in the morning at 9:50, and once we go simply short in the evening at prime time at 8:50 once again. These are more or less the settings, so we can let's just keep it like this and hit it. Now let's quickly check, of course, the equity curve once again. You see it's a simple, it's a similar characteristic what you have seen on the golden Pickaxe. You see there are some bigger drawdowns actually, and here is now occurring a super big, almost devastating drawdown. Let's see how long we will last. Right, we are not really getting out of the pit, so what I then would do as a creator of such a system, I would simply check, okay, what was my entry point? It was the 21st of July. Let's do this quickly, and let's see what position is breaking this system's neck. You can see the price is going up, what is not too atypical for gold, right? It tends to go up over time, so that is why those two sell or short positions are still open, since we simply looking forward to one of those tiny wins here, even though we already were big in a drawdown, as you have seen it just before. So let's see what position is actually sticking with us. Okay, this is the beginning of the prior described drawdown, and as you can see, these are two sell positions, which is maybe a bit typical for gold, since it tends to go up over time, and those two open sell positions, which are completely random, as you can see, open at prime time, as said before, just to make the point that the entry points might be random for such a system, since you are hoping that price is simply going in your favor for a short period of time, and in the end it's a gambling system, not really an investment vehicle, what you see here. So in that case, once again, we entered at two different kind of price levels, with a big stop loss, with a super tight take profit level of, in that case, 50 or 5 points, and we can actually make it, or 50 points, and we can actually make it later on a little bit tighter. So those drawdowns tend to be even fewer, but also, of course, the upside is then lower. So let's see, we are already here in a drawdown of 2,300 euros, what is quite significant for a, in this case, trading account of 10,000 USD. So this is a healthy drawdown of around 25%. So it's a quarter of your whole trading account. Let's say 3, maybe, and the latest, the fourth occasion of this kind of situation will completely destroy your account if you're not getting out of this kind of drawdown. So what I then would do as the creator of this kind of trading system, I would simply say, okay, let's not go short in this kind of period, since now I've seen the data. It's the 24th of July, and I will simply say, the expert advisor, the algorithmic trading system, you know what, do not enter anymore during this period, at least do not go short. So let's do this quickly. And here we are once again, golden pickaxe V4, and now we are avoiding the second trade, which is likely breaking the neck of this system, just to get a nice balance curve in the end to show it. Just let's run it once again. Let's see how the equity curve is now looking. Classy drawdown as before. We already avoided this big slump because of a short position, and now we are avoiding the next slump on the 11th of August, which just happened right here. And you see, now we actually avoided this big drawdown. You see here, now we could also avoid this kind of trade by simply saying the system once again, you know what, avoid trading on the 17th. And now you see, like, those positions are piling up. And the point of the whole story is more or less, you really have to trust the source, since it is so easy to manipulate algorithmic trading systems, because you can really fine-tune it, and it's really worthwhile to fine-tune it. As for example, the Unibot, the creator, is charging around 1,500 euros. He sold those already hundreds of times, and now you can do the calculation yourself that this is actually a worthwhile job to simply scam those people, because people do have, or tend to have, dollar signs in their eyes if they see those systems. And you can actually see right now the system is doing quite well, right? Of course, the profits are not too big, because the position size is small. So if you go a little bit bigger, you have also an even steeper balance curve, but that's another point. So the point is, you just really have to believe and trust the creator behind it. The more there should be no red flags, and if there are red flags, there should be at least a possibility to clarify those red flags up front. Is there a team? Is there a live track record? Is there a community? Are there reviews? Can you ask current members? Can you ask current clients? And so on and so on. So simply making really sure, do you really think that this kind of trading system makes sense to you? Is there a rationale behind? Is there a team behind? Are those people committed? Are they showing faces? Can you reach out to them? And so on and so on. Is there customer support? Do you somewhat understand it? Of course, you don't have to understand the algorithmic trading system piece by piece, because this is of course also part of the intellectual property of those creators, but at least trying to explain the rationale behind the trading system, trying to enable those people, or the consumer in the end, understanding what the trading system is doing and what you can expect. I guess these are the points I want to transmit. I want to tell you in this kind of video. I hope it got now a little bit more clear how to pick the right trading systems. Also check out the other videos we just did in the past. I'm very much looking forward to your thoughts, to your feedback, what expert advisor we might take a look at the next time. Very open for your feedback, and see you in the next video. Cheers.
Hey, you! Yeah, you, exactly you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Every Sunday a new video from Perfectus AI about algorithmic trading and everything trading related. Check it out. Subscribe.